in 32 from 42 for Barber as we speak. Oh, that's a thick edge. It's all along the ground. It's found the gap. Running away down towards the boundary at third for 4. Of course, even the thick edges count.
And that's a nice delivery by Rashid Khan. Just some turn, good length. Shouldn't be worried about the outside edge. Yes, it went for a boundary. Definitely do a damage, but in the end, that's a moral victory for Rashid Khan. It's important one of these bowlers bowling in tandem try and bowl to get a wicket. It's going through the motions at the moment. Yes, Mohammad Nabi is trying to build up the dot deliveries, but I think Rashid Khan is doing the right thing. Slip in place, trying to pick up wickets. This is what exactly you need. Pressure from one end, and hopefully the other bowler attacks and try and pick up wickets.
It's gone just gently the other way. This will, what you might call a gentle googly. Little reaction here. So it's a question now as to whether Hashmatullah wants to have another look at it, because Afghanistan will be desperate for any wicket. Both these men looking good at the moment, so a wicket would come in ever so handy. But they're not going, so it's a leg bye given, so it's definitely pad. It's missed the inside edge by inches. Looking at that, he might just be slipping down the leg side. You always see the passion, the exuberance with Rashid's face. Hands on head, all round. I mean, the thing is, he had that chance, didn't he, off Imam? So the caught and bowled chance went down when his foot slipped and he couldn't hold on to the chance. He is the man at this stage of the match who is most likely to pick up a wicket. So I agree with you, Faviz. The slip in place, that sort of thing for him is all part of that process, because Afghanistan will know full well. I mean, the simple truth is this: Pakistan are pretty much up with the rate. They're not far away from the required rate. It's going up slightly bit by bit, but it's nothing like it's out of control. So they're picking up the runs they need. They're not losing wickets. They've got lots of resources in hand. The only thing that's going to change that is a wicket.
Also, let me tell you one thing more. What Hashmatullah Shahidi could do, especially against Imamul Haq, is to have mid-on in the circle against Mohammad Nabi. Remember the last game, he tried to go over the top, was caught at mid-on, a brilliant catch by Rashid Khan. Those are the things. At the moment, I think, yes, it's important. Yes, as we speak, long on is in the circle now. That's an attacking option. And inviting Imamul Haq to do something which is not comfortable doing.
It's very comfortable with, because one of the sort of the trademarks for Imam through both these games is anything straight like that, he can tuck it away, be it pace, be it spin, waits for the ball to come to him, times it well. And the battle mentally for him is this: they don't need to do anything strange at this stage, Pakistan. If you have the chance to find the boundary, if an opportunity is given to you, yes, it'll be taken. Every now and again something will happen where you try and force the boundary, but actually 5 or 6 and over from 1s and 2s, and you're still very much in touch with the game.
Only thing you could do as a bowler is to tempt the batsman to go over the top. Yes, you're correct, David. I'm with you. No risk to be taken. Just go through the motions, pick up those singles. Odd boundary will come. Other temptation now when he's at the crease, watching at mid-on, he's up. His instincts will be wanting to go over. Mind games, isn't it?
It is. And I will confess, on behalf of the world of batsmen, every now and again we think, yeah, come on, we can do this. And you want to try and do something different. As you know, it might be a question of the little man in your head, that dangerous little man, saying, let's entertain, let's try and do something here to force the pace. And you do it almost against the will of the game.
Me being that hard hitter, the slugger, I won't think twice, David. I'm going to take that.
Come on, be honest, you wouldn't even think. "25 overs done, halfway through. 140 for 1 it is.
Good over for Afghanistan, just 4 runs. Highest average for a Pakistan pair. Very successful, these two batters. These two batters love batting with each other. 33 innings, average of 74. That's magnificent in any form of the game. And our good friend Ramiz Raja twice. Ramiz Raja side on average of 52, and Ramiz Raja, Javed Mianda, the great man, was here last week in Sri Lanka as a mentor for the champions. 51 average.
Well, we'll just see if Ramiz is listening. Obviously, Syed Amar and Javed getting the runs. We're testing him. He wasn't listening, so we're fine. Well, who's going to take this wicket? We thought about Rashid. It could be Mujeeb again. 5 overs gone so far. He got past the bat a lot in the opening couple of overs. And it was Fakhar Zaman who was finding it hard to read the combination of spin and genuine swing, even at this slightly gentler pace. But Imam played him well, largely off the back foot, watched it beautifully. Babar will be suitably watchful as well.
Spoke about swing, even Mujibur Rahman with the new ball. He swung the ball both ways. It's a better length. I don't think Babar Azam is comfortable facing Mujibur Rahman. Don't think he's picking him. And this is where I think the little battles, the mind games will come forward.
Yeah, you got to, I mean, if you're not super confident against a particular bowler, and that does happen even to the best, then you have to sort of dig deep, don't you, within yourself to say, right, I'll just see this, try and see this through. You know, 2 or 3 overs, try and nudge the ones, maybe the odd 2. Oh, a slight misfield. Slips through the hands, just the one, nothing, no real damage done.
As they say, if you're not sure, if you're not picking, best place to be, non-strikers end.
Same as the best place to be against the fastest bowler in the world is at the non-strikers end.
And also for David, for you, best place to be is Sri Lanka. Last came the year I was born, 1984, 39 years.
Good heavens. I should never have told you that. It's a pleasure to be back, I'll tell you that. It's been, as you say, a long, long time. And I'm sure we can talk about this at some stage in the future, but first time I came, this will embarrass you as a young man, 1977 I think it was, with a private tour. 146 for 1 after 26. We can tell these tales in between overs. And then we played the inaugural test match for Sri Lanka in 1982. Somehow we managed to win, I'm not quite sure how, but we did find a way through. I think we won by 7 wickets or something. So here for that, and then we came in 84 when we were meant to be touring India. There was an assassination, Mrs. Gandhi shot in India. We came down here for a week while national mourning was on. So you would say that Pakistan are on course at this stage. Yes, the required run rate has gone up a little bit. But when you're just past the halfway mark in terms of the overs and just past or almost up to the halfway mark in terms of the runs, and you're only 1 down, you're still looking comfortable.
Thinking about bowling options for Afghanistan at the moment, 5 bowlers being used, 2 quicks and 3 spinners. I'm pretty sure the 3 spinners will bowl out their 10 overs, and they got a new player today, Shahidullah Kamal. Left arm spinner, decent. He's an option too, because at the moment Farooqi and Rahman has bowled 10 overs among themselves, have gone for 68. Pace on the ball in this wicket seems like leaking runs. So Shahidullah at the moment with Babar Azam not so fluently batting, I think that's a good option as well.
Nicely struck. The field is also well set. Just a little bit short from Nabi, but when you've got the field in the right place, that's not an issue as such. It's only if the boundaries start to come. And it'll be a question as to when Pakistan feel they need to just press the foot on the gas a bit, just create a few boundaries from somewhere. Nearly. Little shuffle as Imam ul Haq started to edge down the pitch. So maybe that little man is talking to him, saying, come on, we just need a boundary here somewhere just to take a bit of the pressure off. But Nabi saw him coming. He then saw the response from Nabi and just got the defensive bat in the way.
Shall I name that little guy a name at the moment?
The Devil. Going to be wide, and is a wide.
Let me tell you, that Devil was troubling me throughout my career. Brings up, not yet, 150. I thought it was just going to say 150s, 149 for one. That Devil was troubling me throughout my career. Whenever I see a big gap in my playing days, it's like always, go for it, go for it. The only time I did not, I ended up both scoring a half century at Lord's, batting as a night watchman.
Well done. Well, a dive in at the end there, because there was that little hesitation. When communication is good and the understanding is good, you can make those runs very easily. But if you have just that little bit of a stutter like that, throw was very wild. Where was the throw? Well, throw's the wrong end as well, to be honest, but Superman arrives at the crease.
The poor guy didn't know that the ball wasn't coming that in. With that single, brings up the 150 as well for Pakistan without any risk being taken. Just proper cricketing strokes. Two elegant batsmen just going through their job and doing it very nicely.
Well, quiet over, but no matter. 150 for one, 27 overs gone. I tell you what, this has been a good pitch though, hasn't it? Good pitch for the batsmen today, less so for the bowlers. A little bit of something here and there. We saw some turn from Shadab in the first innings of the day. There was some quite extensive turn with the leg break only. Not so much seen under the lights, I have to say that. But Mujib bowled well, as he always does with the new ball. Mixture of spin and swing. With Rashid Khan, 4 overs, none for 18. Maybe he could have been into attack slightly early, because the one thing you want from your potential wicket taker is that wicket that breaks partnerships. And maybe then breaks the next partnership. So just thinking about Rashid, he's bowled those 4 overs, comes out of the attack. Could have, just to remind you, could have had a wicket when Imam just punched one back at him. But you've still got 6 overs left of Rashid, so at some stage again, Aspatura is going to have to think about sticking him back in. This need for a wicket is getting ever more desperate. Down the pitch he comes. Doesn't get there. Big inside edge. Somehow just clatters back into the pads and stays safe. What's he done now? Oh, gloves.
That's the Devil you're talking about, David. Coming down the track even before the ball was delivered. Premeditated. And in the end, no damage done. I probably think Imam wants to change his gloves.
Well, I can only imagine that in the process of that slightly desperate shot, that he felt the bat slip. He feels there's some there's some perspiration in the gloves. And we sent the buggy out again. We've done this before to see if we can see any hint of moisture on those wheels. What do you reckon?
Exactly why the picture has been given. There's no moisture at all as expected. When there's wind up in Hambantota, you generally don't experience dew in the air. Not so timed well. That's the Devil we're talking about. But this is predominantly for good bowling by Mujibur Rahman. Bowling dot deliveries and asking the batter to take this risk. And this is where I think the spin trio of Afghanistan have done really well. Not giving anything loose.
Yeah, this is where the combination of accurate bowling and the variations in the bowling and good fielding is so important. They're able to push it just straight down to long on for the easiest of ones. Partnership reaches 100 off 120 balls, and Pakistan are 152 for 1. So exactly 100 as we speak, with Barbara making 43 of those, Imam 64 of them. 100 in 120 balls for this particular partnership. Interestingly enough, although you can be the judge of that if you want, this is the first Pakistan pair to put on 10 century stands in ODIs, and that's in just the space of 33 innings. That's a very, very impressive record. So yeah, they've made great progress, have Babar Azam and Imam ul Haq, and they've got to keep it going. The best men to improve on a partnership are the men still there. We saw it in the Afghanistan innings, the fantastic opening partnership, and then it just got slightly harder for those that came in trying to force the pace towards the end of the innings. There was a bit of slowing down at some stage, a few decent blows were hit. But at the moment you say that Pakistan are on track, slightly behind the asking rate, yes, but in the context of one-day cricket as we know it in this current world, an asking rate of 6.5, whatever it is at the moment, 6.5 just over, that is eminently doable as long as you don't make those mistakes that bring wickets and slow it all down. But Mohammad Nabi now will continue, starting his 8th over. Not quite timed, a bit of grip on the surface from Nabi, and Babar Azam just at least places it into that gap straight down the ground. Now where's the devil? Is the devil with Imam at the moment? Is he going to try and do something just to find what's been an elusive boundary in recent overs? A little bit short, he's gone full at it, but straight to deep square leg.
Imam ul Haq will be kicking himself not to put that away. That was asking to be put away over mid-wicket, missed out. I think Pakistan is well on their way to make it 2-0. If Afghanistan don't pick up any wickets in the next probably 5 to 7 overs, these two batters, without any risk, almost 6 runs per over has been maintained.
That's a nice shot. That's a very, very sweet shot indeed. Someone had to do it. Imam has tried, he's looked as though he's trying to do it, but it's Babar Azam who has used his feet beautifully there. Guided it straight over mid-off. And a boundary it is.
Against the turn. Not an easiest stroke to play against an off-spinner. But Babar Azam's class written all over it. Not trying to hit too hard, placement, and timing was brilliant.
Yeah, it's slightly easier against someone like Nabi because you kind of know more of what to expect. If you're not picking someone like Mujib in the same way, and there are less variations from Nabi. Nabi just uses changes of pace and line and flight as his varieties. You're going to get at least 2 here. Chases on down from deep square leg. Imam does well. Pushed hard for those first 2, gave himself a really good chance of coming back for the 3rd. That's good running.
Yeah, good intensity shown by the 2 batters. For a moment I thought that Noor Ahmed, the 12th man, at deep square leg, but did cover it for 2 runs. But the intensity, take a look at this. Heads down, sprints across for the first. Slightly Imam changing, looking at the wrong side, but in the end Imam wanted the 3rd and successfully doing it. Brilliant, Pakistan.
Yeah, it's good awareness, isn't it? You could see him all the way thinking there might be 3 here, so he's going to push hard. Babar actually was almost settling for the 2. And at least, of course, he was going to the distant end, the bowler's end, so had plenty of leeway there. But all credit to Imam ul Haq. That's short again, just slightly short. This time it's placed away from the deep square leg, who races round.
Fazal Farooqi, the field at square leg. That's the fielding. 29 gone, Pakistan 163 for 1. It's been brilliant so far by Pakistan in reply for that mammoth score built up by Afghanistan. The captain and the senior player, Imamul Haq, doing the job. Required rate of 6.57. Don't think it's going to be a problem with the firepower to come for Pakistan. But Afghanistan, they need to take a move on, pick up a couple of wickets. We have seen very well partnership building. One goes, becomes two.
Well, Babar Azam is, should we say, top of the list when it comes to chasing. You need someone to take command, someone to take responsibility when you're chasing anything, let alone 300. And he is obviously, judging by those figures, the man to do it. And his partner at the moment is in very good form, so this partnership is vital. Rashid again. 4 overs, none for 18. 4.1 overs now, none for 18.
It's amazing how players like Babar Azam, Virat Kohli, Kane Williams, and all these players, when they're chasing mammoth scores, how cold they look, and they look controlled. They're not rushed at all. They know exactly what they're doing. They trust their process. These are a sign of great players, isn't it?
Absolutely. It is the ability to have faith in yourself and not to be panicked. I mean, this is why we started talking about the devil, not to be panicked by the fact you haven't hit a boundary for 3 or 4 overs. It's not a disaster. It's just, okay, it's something you can deal with. Punch down the ground.
I wish I'd met you a few years down the line, David, to ask you how to get the devil away from the system. I would have had a little longer career.
Oh, but don't forget, the devil also comes with a bit of fun attached. Well bowled, well played.
Faster googly that time by Rashid Khan. Is trying to pick up wickets. I like this move by Shahid. He's still having the slip fielder in place. Bowling well. It's a great battle, isn't it? A great batsman against a great bowler.
Oh, that's why the slip was there. That is so beautifully bowled. And here's one of the cruelest ironies of this game of cricket. He's bowled it beautifully. Could have got his man out. Instead, what's happening? It is Babar Azam who's gone to his 27th ODI 50. Second against Afghanistan. So what could have been a wicket is 4 runs, and it's still 169 for 1, and Babar is on to 53.
In all fairness, before Mohammad Nabi reacted, that flew. And also he's just too square, isn't he? Got to be more finer with the pace, but Rashid Khan is delivering. He's not going square. Lucky break, but in the end I think he deserves that luck. The great Babar.
Well, you could easily say that Rashid deserves the wicket for the delivery. And that's exactly, I mean, that was the plan, wasn't it? Such frustration for Afghanistan. 30 overs gone, 169 for 1.
Babar Azam, the Pakistan captain, in the lead in 29 innings, 1,545 runs, averaging 81 with 5 centuries in ODI format. In successful run chases, he's been a master batsman for Pakistan. A partnership flourishing, 169 for 1 in 30 overs. Pakistan cruising along. Imam is on 68 of 82, a patient innings from him. He played the spinners admirably well. Babar, 53 of 64, survived his scare. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is H.J. Ackerman and Amir Shoel. Good evening, Amir.
Good evening. It's been a timely partnership, and these two players, they pair off well. Once again featuring in a century partnership. And one has to say, Pakistan moving on relentlessly in this run chase. Playing risk-free cricket. Ticking the scoreboard consistently. Picking up occasionally boundary to keep the opposition under pressure.
Afghanistan winning the toss, batting first, posting 301 in their allotted 20 overs. A much improved batting performance. H.G. Ackerman worked with Afghanistan cricket earlier as a batting coach. What was new today?
They got 300. No, look, it's great to see the growth of someone like Ramanullah Gurbaz. Certainly when I was there, he was just starting out his international career, and now he's one of the best players, isn't he? I mean, he's produced such wonderful performances for Afghanistan over the last few years in T20 cricket, in one-day international cricket. Beautiful 100 against Bangladesh in July, another one here against a high-quality side in Pakistan. So brilliant performance by Afghanistan, but they've got their backs against the wall here at the moment, because this is a very professional run chase that's going on before us. You know, you're just looking at two very different ways that teams have gone about getting to 300. And Afghanistan were more decisive in their boundary hitting, if you can call it that, through Gurbaz. But here we've hardly seen a stroke in anger. We've just seen runs off ball, singles, twos, running hard, the occasional four.
Alacrity without taking any risks. It seems like the Pakistani batters, they have assessed the condition of the pitch very well. That's in the air, a slow delivery and taken. This is a big wicket to have of Babar Azam, who was looking good.
Well, that is a bolt from the blue. It really is, because Babar Azam didn't really look like getting out. He's just nudged and nurdled the ball with the occasional delightful cover drive. But here he just loops this. Almost as if for the first time today, the ball just sticks in the surface. Heart in the mouth stuff there for a lot more than the Afghan players, all their supporters around the world. And you can see what it means. Hashmatullah Shahidi takes a very, very important catch. Fazal Farooqi, a big wicket. Babar Azam, the captain, goes for 53. It's 170 for 2.
Mohammad Rizwan, an attractive player, someone who is very good at developing partnership, at the same time playing those attacking shots under pressure as well. But Afghanistan, they have found a breakthrough courtesy Fazal Farooqi, providing the first wicket with the new ball after a bit of a struggle initially. Excellent ODI career already for Mohammad Rizwan at the age of 31, averaging 34 as a wicket-keeper. 9 50s in 2 centuries already.
Yeah, if you look at that graphic and look at his strike rate in this day and age, say, are you serious? Are you kidding me? 88, that's it. Yeah, played the ball very early. And my fellow commentator spotted well that it got stuck in the surface. Hence, an opportunity was created and it's been grabbed. Kind of a spongy bounce for the left armer on that occasion, doing the job. We're talking about Rizwan, only 88 strike rate he has in T20 cricket. But what he brings on the table is reliability. He knows how to go about the job. He knows how to get his side over the line. It's not a stiff ask. Only 132 runs required from 19.2 overs. And contemporary cricket, you back the batting side to win it.
A different type of player as well to what Babar Azam is now. He'll be busier. He will get the ball behind the wickets. He'll be happy to get on bended knee if so required and sweep and reverse sweep. So a very different type of player.
We're talking about busy player. Run of the very first. Will be back for the second.
When you watch Babar Azam, you can almost breathe easy, can't you? You don't panic. There's nothing to panic about. I know this is his dismissal, and as you mentioned, it's just stuck a little bit in the surface, so he's through his stroke. Oh, the captain was happy with that. The captain was happy with that. And there were a lot of relieved men around the ground when they saw that stick. But with Mohammad Rizwan, your breathing almost gets a bit quicker. Just his body movements, everything is just that much faster. End of the 31st, 172 for 2.
Imam ul Haq is holding it firm for Pakistan. 69 of 84. Back-to-back half centuries in this series. Babar Azam getting a brilliant half century, but he's dismissed. Rashid to continue. Almost playing it from the stumps. He can create magic. Wicket has just fallen.
Should have gone for it, Rizwan. The ball was travelling to the left arm fast bowler's right hand. There was plenty of time to cross over.
That's been the hallmark of his batting already. Nudging and pushing behind square on the onside from Imam ul Haq.
And so important for Imam now to just continue in that way. The last thing that Pakistan want is for Imam to just up his risk and get himself out and have 2 new men at the wicket. He's got to ensure that he helps Rizwan get in, and then they build that partnership. If they need 50 to win, and if the car walks in, well, game on.
Is there a wicket? They're appealing for stumping at the moment.
I think it was the case of the ball hitting the pad first and then going on to hit the stumps. And they think Rizwan might have been out of the crease. It's been referred.
Third umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Okay, ball is very close to the bat. Can we have a touch, please? Keep it going, please. Gap between bat and ball. Clear gap between bat and ball. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going to the pads, please. Thank you. No bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Saikat, we are waiting for ball tracking. Copy. Pitching outside of impact is outside. Thank you. I'll go back to Saikat on field. Saikat, you can stay with your decision. You're on screen now. You can signal not out.
Yeah, it was an easy decision for the umpire, wasn't it? Rizwan is batting from the off stump. And when he was looking to sweep the ball, he was way outside the off stump. Review wasted.
Solid defense.
I don't think that Rashid Khan is the easiest bowler in the world to play the hard sweep against. You can try and fine sweep him and use his pace, but to play the hard sweep, it's a tough stroke.
He could have swept that ball because there was a bit of loop. Yeah, as a right-handed batsman, if you're looking to sweep the ball, you have to pick the line early. And if the ball is pitched outside the off stump, go for it. Otherwise, be careful.
That ball kept low. An excellent over from Rashid Khan. 32 overs gone, 173 for 2, Pakistan. There's the need 128 to win from 108. And it's time for drinks break.
Beautiful sights, beautiful the architecture, valleys, mountains, and workforce, and then the cricketers. Plenty happening in Afghanistan.
From Afghanistan, different sites to this beautiful ground at Hambantota in the southern part of Sri Lanka. The match is interestingly poised because the wicket has just fallen. You never know 1 or 2 wickets from someone. So these are different types of conditions. Fazal Faruqi picking wicket from the previous over to continue.
Yeah, given the state of the game, you'll feel that the Pakistanis have their nose in front. They've got 8 wickets in hand. The required run rate is not challenging as yet. It's only over 7. Achievable on a pitch like this. Not many gremlins there.
Imam has to play a big role here. He's been batting solidly, 70 of 87. Oh, that ball just jumped and came back sharply.
Well, I think the captain, Hashmatullah, has done well here by bringing Faruqi back. I know he bowled the last over from that end, but he'll probably bowl this one and another one, and then they'll leave 2 for the back end. But they're trying to get another wicket here, Afghanistan. If they can knock over Imam, well, then it becomes, the game flows back into their favour.
Yeah, I'm with you. Imam is going to be a big wicket here. Yeah, he was batting so well in the first ODI. After he got out, it was hard for the other batsmen to come and negotiate. He's not required to do this. He's getting frustrated. Easy does it. He's got a boundary hitter batting along with him. Rizwan, he's a busy player. It's been aforementioned. He's the big wicket at the moment. So he has to take the responsibility. Imam ul-Haq.
Interesting, intriguing phase of play ahead of us. They're trying to get another wicket here. Faruqi 2 for 40. Wicket in the first spell, wicket in the second spell as well. Hit away for another single. Should be back for 2 now.
Yeah, it's been dint in your ears that this format of the game is dying 50 overs. We all know that T20 cricket is full of spills and thrills, but how engrossing this cricket is at the moment. Both the sides challenging each other. Maybe we haven't been able to see so many boundaries hit. Oh, very intriguing, very engrossing. And I don't think one should fiddle with this.
Yeah, it's very dangerous for everyone to feel, though, that this is the easy format of the game to get rid of. But a lot of junior cricket, most of junior cricket, is played a 50-over cricket. Well, there is an indication of how sticky it is out there, how warm it is out there. The players rattle through their gloves. So you get rid of 50-over cricket, and now the juniors play it. Well, then how do they learn to play the other formats?
That's a very good point you have made. Huge shout, huge shout. They're going to be careful. They've got to be careful. They've got only one left. He's convinced. So is the captain. They have referred it.
Third umpire to director. We have a player review for caught behind. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Front on spin vision, please. Okay, ball is very close to the bat. Can we have a touch, please? Keep it going, please. Keep it going. Gap between bat and ball. Keep it going. Yeah. No bat and ball. Thank you. I'll go back to Shinwari on field. Shinwari, you can stay with your decision. You're on screen now. You can signal not
Good
out.
decision.
You're on
Very
screen.
good decision by Bismillah Jan Shinwari, the Afghan umpire. Afghanistan losing both the reviews. 33 overs bowled, 176 for 2. Coming back to survival of ODI format. Also technical aspect of the game as well. That's where they are at the moment. 176 for 2 in 33 overs, chasing 301 to win. An attractive half century from Ibrahim, but a majestic 100 from Gurbaz. 151 of 151 to turn the fortunes for Afghanistan in this game.
He hasn't made many mistakes in this game, Gurbaz, but this shows he's only human.
down the track. Hesitation, run out. Yes, Haji. They have started to celebrate already. Makes a big wicket here for Afghanistan to celebrate.
We have umpire review for a
He has sold his partner down the river.
piece.
When you're looking to steal a run, there shouldn't be any stutter.
Okay, thank you. Ready with my decision for the big screen.
Wicket for Afghanistan. 2 wickets in quick succession. Mohammad Rizwan, the batsman, out for 2. Pakistan derailing 176 for 3. Aga Salman, a wonderful player, strike rate of 101 at the crease. 2 wickets in quick succession. First Babar and now Rizwan. Afghanistan clawing their way back into the contest. Afghanistan needed wickets in some form. They found a wicket in form of run out. Turns the ball away. Single.
It was a lovely bit of fielding, wasn't it? Well, this is what Afghanistan have done well. They've kept their extra cover and their mid-wicket in very, very tight, always looking to save one, and eventually it pays off. It's the captain. Direct hit, long way out, massive wicket. He's a dangerous player as one.
Oh, chance, chance. It's back, Imamul Haq. What's going on? Easy. Yeah, initially I thought that Rizwan was sold down the river. Eventually, when I saw that replay, I mean, it was Rizwan's fault. He was looking for a quick single, then realized the single wasn't there. He called no, then he decided Imam is halfway through. Let's sacrifice my wicket. And now he has to stay at the wicket and make sure Pakistan gets over the line, Imamul Haq.
Into 7th over, Rashid Khan might not have taken wicket, but they found the wicket in form of run out. Coming down the pitch, agitation, and there was no time for recovery. Hashmat with a direct hit. Celebration for Afghanistan.
Come on, boys, come on, boys.
Playing it from the depth of the crease. Take another run.
Yeah, it's just a nudge to cover. And Rizwan looks to go and then stops. And that's the problem. And 99% of the time, it's the hesitation that leads to the run out, the indecision. If they go straight away, they make it.
Beautifully bowled, the leg spinner to finish the over. 34 overs bowled, 182 for 3. Things are happening. Afghanistan is staging comeback. 2 wickets for 19 in 5 overs. Imam ul Haq, a thorn in their flesh at the moment. 78 of 95, half century, a winning half century in the first match, and is delivering the performances again for Pakistan. Iftikhar Shadab to come. His wicket is going to be crucial from Afghanistan perspective. Abdul Rahman into the attack, replacing Fazal Farooqi.
So Pakistan are ahead of Afghanistan at a similar point. Yes, they've lost 3 wickets and Afghanistan hadn't lost a wicket, but that's not the problem. Farooqi still got 3, Mujib 3, Nabi 2, Rashid 3. This is the bowler that Hashmatullah Shahidi will want to get through.
But you have to give it to the Afghan captain. He has handled his resources quite well. He has assessed the situation very well. That okay, he's the weak link, and he might be targeted by the Pakistani bowlers. New man in, he said, okay, I'm going to go with him. That's a good call.
I'm going to offer you the flip side of that, though. In that, does it not cross your side as a leader to say, new man in, let me try and get him out now and try and get to the all-rounders and the bowlers? It's, again, decision-making for a skipper to make.
Turn it away. There will be another run, looking to restructure a partnership here. It's going to be interesting looking ahead, because Mujib and Rashid, they like competition, intensity in play. Batting to follow Iftikhar, averaging 39. Sadab Khan has been consistent of late. Sama.
Yeah, I'm with you. It might have been the situation where you have Rashid Khan bowling for you, get me another wicket. But at times, the captains are defensive. They're thinking, okay, he's the weak link. Where am I going to fit him in? To be able to have that control of the game, not losing it. Pulled away. Bowling short, only a single.
Dropping it short, taking the pace off as well. Mistimed stroke, just falling short of Noor Ahmed Lakanwal. A substitute.
Agho played really well in the Test series against Sri Lanka earlier on, just a couple of weeks ago, in fact. He's a good player.
Yeah, going back to that Test match. HG, the first match, Test match at Galle, Pakistan was down and out with 5 wickets down, 80-odd runs on the board. He came out with positive thinking. He started to take on their weapon in Jayasuriya. He was using his feet, he was finding boundaries consistently, and that gave confidence to the youngster left-handed South Shakil. It rubbed off. He started to bat positively for Pakistan, went on to score a double 100, and from there on he has gained so much of confidence. He's been backing his ability, he's been playing positively. Single to end the over. Imam retains the strike. It's 187 for 3.
Hashmatullah Shahidi, captain for Afghanistan, winning the toss and batting first, posting excellent total 300 for 5 in the allotted 50 overs, century for Gurbaz 151, Impressive half century for Ibrahim. In response, Pakistan 187 for 3. Match is interestingly engrossingly poised. Rashid from round the wicket.
You got your wish, Elton. You have Rashid Khan bowling.
Yeah, I think they'll only give him the one more, to be honest. And I think they will maybe look to bring back Mujib or Nabi. Nabi's only got 2 more. He won't bowl in the last 10 overs.
Pulls. And that will trickle into the boundary for 4.
It's been a while since the last boundary, all of 32 deliveries, but this one is a drag down, and well, he's composed enough. He's been searching for a boundary. That may release a little bit of pressure, because Imam has certainly shown a little bit of nervousness in the last few overs. That might help him a little bit.
He deliberately didn't pull the ball. He kind of hooked the ball into the gap. And that was the reason why he was able to hit the ball into the gap. Yeah, forced the bowler to change the line. It's a good over for Pakistan. Finally managed to find a boundary.
Imam Ulaq approaching his 100, 88 of 101. Looks solid. Man responsible for putting Pakistan in a commanding position with the bat. Still a long way to go in this contest, 107 of 86. But this has been a solid innings already from Imam as he's searching for his century. Trying to play the sweep shot, not an easy option against Rashid Khan.
This is a big delivery here. Rashid Khan, he did Salman in the first innings, or the first ODI, excuse me, padding up. He was unsure which way the ball's turning. That was an important ball for Salman. 36 gone, 195 for 3.
Comparative study, Afghanistan 188 without loss, Pakistan 3 wickets down for 195. Chasing the other target.
Now Mickey Arthur, left of picture. Sitting to the right-hand side of Babar Azam. He's the Director of Cricket of Pakistan. He's also the Director of Cricket of Derbyshire in England. And he landed here late last night and made his way to the ground. Derbyshire were in the middle of a game.
Well, with his demeanor at the moment, no tension on his face, it means he believes Pakistan is winning.
It's going hard at the ball, trying to buzz in through the offside.
Salman Ali Agha is at his best when he's looking to just play that authentic extra cover drive. He's a lovely player to watch when in full flow. He's just trying to be a little bit aggressive there, and he's lost his shape completely. If he just leans on that, there's plenty of pace to work with here from Rahman.
Gets the ball behind square. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has.
This will release the pressure. And the Pakistani batters, they have decided Rahman is the man they're going to go after. He bowls into the pitch. To the batters to score runs.
Concern Afghanistan need. An authentic straight drive for 4.
Here you go, Hilton, you mentioned that. He's better off looking to the gap, and he's been rewarded.
Yeah, he's a sweet player, this fella. He really is. You mentioned that first test, he played brilliantly in the second one as well with Abdullah Shafiq. Pakistan have gone past that total of 200 for the dressing room. They start to believe now with less than 100 needed.
Lack of experience, Salman Agha showed with the last delivery. He managed to hit the ball straight. The ball towards square leg, missed out.
.97 to win from 80. Nicely tucked away. He's sticking to his game plan. Plenty of runs from that region. Square of the wicket on the onside, behind the square. Moon appears. A serene progress for Pakistan once again after losing a couple of wickets in quick succession. Fielder there. Oh, he's dropped it. Fazal Faruqi. Has he dropped the match?
And this is not the first time we have seen him dropping a simple catch. A big opportunity missed.
Must hold on to this. Straight to him. Down it goes. Massive moment in the match. And he realizes it more than anyone else in the ground. Fazal Faruqi.
What's the fixation of reverse cupping? And when you look into above your head, not the right technique. He did the
Maybe into this attack now. Aga 13, Imam 89.
Yeah, sometimes when you try and take that reverse cut, particularly when someone plays a pull, it's got top spin on, and the ball just dips on you and ends up hitting the heel of your hand rather than in those fingers.
You can be a good coach, Hilton.
He's been a good coach at Jackerman. Worked with the Afghanistan cricket team extensively. The fielding coach, I believe.
Did you have the opportunity to work with Gurbaz, Hilton?
I did. Just as I said earlier, in the infancy stage.
Yeah, against the run of the play. Nabi has come onto ball and he has obliged the captain. There was no need. There was no need. He was timing the ball so well. He was found. And he tried to be cheeky, had to pay the price.
Interesting, very interesting. No Iftikhar, no Sadab Khan. Samamir comes to the crease. With a strike rate of 138, are thinking about going for big booming shots.
Yeah, that's the major reason. A Pakistani team is looking for a couple of big overs to bring that required run rate down. Because Mujib has got quite a few overs, couple to be bowled by of this promotion.
This could be caught. Yes, he's out, caught on the boundary. Pakistan, another wicket for Nabi to celebrate.
Few balls to get in before they can accelerate, but he's obviously it's held, and Afghanistan now are making not without scoring. It's 208 for 5.
Strike rate of 97, averaging 39.43. His play against spin has been quite good of late.
Yeah, a couple of wickets through Nabi has changed the complexion of the game, you can easily say. Scales are tipped. And now the pressure is has to allow a bit of time to Iftikhar to settle down.
Excellent over already, 2 wickets. Very well fielded, and it went full over. This
by Afghanistan. Things were going swimmingly well until Agha was dismissed. Osama Mir, a surprise promotion. Ball is gripping, spinning, and this is going to be a stern examination of Pakistan's technique to play against spin and how well they cope with the pressure. Required run rate 7.77. Afghanistan have got Pakistan where they wanted them to be.
How often do we see that after partnership, the next wicket also breaks? Mohammad Rizwan was run out, and then Salman Agha looked dangerous, was out, and then the experiment went completely wrong. Pressure will be on Imamul Haq. He has to bat the 50 overs or till the end and get the rest of the batters to play the aggressive role.
Khar is another one. Quality batting against spin bowling can go for a miss at times.
Just looks like looking at Iftikhar Rahman to play either block or singles, and when you get the odd bad delivery to put it away. Two is the call. Feel that mid-wicket ran across quickly and save one run there. I think this is where the balance should come. Just thought for a second, even Shadab Khan in form could have been an option coming at.
This is super stuff from Mujib and Afghanistan. Imamul Haq has been removed from the scene and Pakistan slump further.
That was a magnificent delivery and an easy catch. A dolly, a lolly, whatever you say, Alex, beg your pardon, cover point. This is what good bowlers do. The situation demands for a wicket. He gets it done. Imamul Haq, a good knock. Nevertheless, 91 of 105. Pakistan in trouble. 211 for 6.